Hey everyone, I'm back. It's been a minute. Life and work have been kinda crazy, but I'm hoping to stick around this time. Hope you all had an awesome Halloween, cause somehow it's already November. Anyway, enough about that. Happy Belated Godzilla Day 2025. Let's jump right in. Yesterday was the King of the Monsters' 71st anniversary, and man, what a day to be a Godzilla fan. We got some epic news and updates about what's coming next for the Big G. Now, we already know about the next MonsterVerse movie, Godzilla x Kong Supernova, hitting theaters in 2027, but this time it looks like the spotlight's turning back to Japan. The future of Godzilla is looking absolutely insane, and I can't wait to talk about it. Alright, kicking things off, we got some awesome new merch reveals. First up, the brand new SH Monster Arts figure of Godzilla from Godzilla the Ride: The Great Clash. Now, this design's actually an updated take on the -1 Godzilla, and honestly, it looks pretty sweet. The figure's rocking some new dorsal spikes and a slimmer build. But let's be real, it's basically the same mold as the -1 version. Still, it's a solid look piece. I'm just not sure if I'll grab it though, because man, SH Monster Arts prices lately have been insane. Like seriously, these things are starting to cost an arm and a leg. Now, I gotta say, I'm really curious if they're planning to drop a Mechagodzilla to go along with this new Godzilla figure. That would be so cool to see. And over in the Bandai section, it looks like the giant condor actually won the fan poll, which is awesome, especially since I voted for it. Though honestly, I'm still not totally sure why. Either way, the figure looks fantastic, and it's great to see Bandai showing some love to more classic and obscure kaiju. Plus, they tease even more figures coming down the line, so the future of Godzilla collectibles is looking pretty exciting. More figures, more merch, and there goes my financial stability. Rest in peace, wallet. You were too good for this world. Alright, now let's talk about the new Godzilla short film. This one featuring the legendary Meyer Goji design. You guys already know this is my all-time favorite Godzilla look, so seeing it back in action honestly made my day. It's such a treat, especially since the last few shorts used the final war suit, so this was a nice change of pace. Overall, I did enjoy this short, but I've gotta be honest, it was just okay. Visually, it's stunning, the sets look fantastic, the miniature buildings are beautifully crafted, and the suit works absolutely top tier. You can tell the team really poured their heart into capturing the classic tokusatsu energy, and I respect that big time. That being said, the story itself felt a bit weak. It's basically just soldiers firing at Godzilla while he stomps through Tokyo, which, yeah, looks cool, but we've seen that set up 100 times before. There's not much emotional weight or tension to carry it forward. There were a few fun standout moments though, like that hilarious shot where Godzilla's walking past a building and through the window you see a janitor just vibing to his radio, totally unaware of what's happening outside, until he finally notices and bolts for his life. That cracked me up. And the scene where Godzilla interacts with the statue head from the Godzilla building downtown, I love that. It's such a clever Easter egg for longtime fans. Then we get to the climax. Godzilla gets hit with missiles while being knocked down and suddenly turns into burning Godzilla. And man, that design looks amazing. They somehow made my favorite version of the Big G even cooler. My only complaint, we barely get to see it in action before the short ends, which was a total bummer. And speaking of the ending, out of nowhere, a mysterious new monster appears in the smoke, but we don't get to see who it is. Could it be a returning classic kaiju? A brand new creation? We have no idea because the short just ends on a cliffhanger. And I've gotta say, that kind of ticked me off, not just because I wasn't interested, but because it felt like pure tease. Now we've gotta wait until next year to find out who Godzilla's mystery opponent is. So yeah, overall, I say the short was decent at best. Great visuals, killer effects, but a weak story and an ending that left me more frustrated than hyped. Still, as a fan of the Meyer Goji suit, I can't deny it was awesome seeing him back in action. Not only that, but they also use music from Godzilla 2000, which made me feel nostalgic. Still, I do want to get a figure of the burning G2K. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. We finally got an official update on the -1 sequel. Let's go! We even got a short teaser hinting at the new title, Godzilla -0, or maybe Godzilla 0? I'm not 100% sure yet, but whatever it is, I'm already hyped. We didn't get much footage, but honestly, that tiny teaser was enough to send me chills down my spine. Production and filming are officially underway, and the best part, Takashi Yamazaki is back in the director's chair. This man is the GOAT, no question. They also put together a beautiful tribute for Godzilla's 70th anniversary, including the behind-the-scenes footage from -1 and even the film's Oscar-winning moment, and I've got to admit, it was genuinely heartwarming to see. You can feel the love and passion that Yamazaki and his team poured into that movie. As a lifelong Godzilla fan, watching the franchise reach that kind of recognition, it honestly made me proud. Now with this sequel, the expectations are sky high. I'm really hoping it's just as good, if not even better, than the first one. Personally, I love to see something in the spirit of Godzilla raids again. Imagine Anguirus returning for a modern emotional showdown. That would be incredible. That guy deserves more love. But there's also a rumor floating around that it could be Hedorah. And considering Yamazaki has said before he loved to use that kaiju in a sequel, that's totally possible. Either way, it sounds like we're getting another monster fight, and that alone is worth celebrating. On top of that, reports are saying the sequel's working with a bigger budget and taking a darker tone. If that's true, we could be looking at something really special. Honestly, as long as the story, the effects, and that emotional depth are there, just like in -1, I'll be happy. This new chapter feels like the next big step for Toho's Godzilla legacy, and as someone who's grown up with the King of the Monsters, seeing this franchise continue to evolve like this, man, it just hits different. I cannot wait to see what's coming next. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching, and as always, long live the King.